Cause I guess too, cause every time I used to go back home like that, people always say, "So what you doing now?" You know, you got the older people. Yeah. So what you doing now?
Yeah, you wanna have something to say.
Something to say. And I say in a big ass city like this, like if I say I'm working at McDonald's, nigga, you left here to go work at McDonald's, nigga. So that's where I come from with this shit, man. Yeah, I gotta be doing some big shit, or it ain't got to be no big shit, but you know, I want to be doing something.
You be working at Amazon or something.
Yeah, real talk.
You are now tuned into the savage motherfucking truth, and you rocking with your host Shano.
This your boy LP, man.
Yeah, shout out to LP in this big ass shirt that he gave me. This is my nigga Brand's Trap Forecast.
Trap Forecast on the beach.
On the beach.
And shit, hey, I already been rocking this shit. He just didn't know I've been rocking. I rocked this shit while I was in Houston. I ain't even have a shirt. Nigga, but this shit real life shit though.
Yeah.
I hustle for a living, man. Shit, this shit should make anybody want to buy it though, real talk.
This nigga was telling me that he was salty with his mama because, like, they started out struggling like when they was kids, and his mama didn't set a good foundation for them to thrive,
to live by.
To this point, they still fucked up like they was when they was younger. And I was trying to tell this nigga like I don't respect that shit, because especially if your mama a single parent.
Exactly.
Like, we tend to put so much pressure on our mamas, and and just because our daddy's not around, we don't give
pressure that nigga
credit.
Yeah, or pressure that nigga. You don't try to find him and like, oh yeah, you want to come back to mama and be like, oh mama, oh he ain't pick up, or he say he ain't got it right now.
Yeah, but even besides that, like the fact that your parents wasn't taught how to raise a kid. Okay, because if you think about it, like our parents probably was born in like the 60s, and around the 60s it was still hella racism and wild shit like that. That ain't too far removed from slavery. Yeah. So they parents raising them during slavery and wild racism. They don't got time to raise you how you would think today, the proper way to raise a child, because they too busy protecting you.
Right.
And then our parents, like our mothers, because we mostly had single mothers, raising us on their own. They teaching themselves why they raising us. They didn't learn how to raise a child. Yeah. All they knew was to feed a child, put a roof over a child, and protect the child.
Right, that was it.
They didn't know that you gotta bond with your kids and get to know your kids.
Right.
So that's why a lot of us grow up with our parents and don't know our parents for real. We know them, like we know them by face value, but we don't, like, as far as like here, like to know somebody. You know your friends more than you even know your parents. Right. Because they don't even have time to even develop their relationship with you. They too busy working though. Like they trying to provide for you.
I was gonna say that a while ago. Yeah, working.
And you blame them for y'all not having this connection, but you don't even understand. You're not even trying to understand what they was going through when they had to raise you by themselves, especially single mothers. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And I know you were saying something about that, like with your parent, like your mama, like people don't understand what she mean to you, until she die.
Until she die. Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah. So you can take it.
Like that's good. Like, man, like when you think back how you came up, like with your mama, like all the stuff she did for you, how she was always there for you. Yeah, you ain't always get your way, but you know some shit you were pushing the button on, nigga. Like you can live without that shit, but you know you tried shit. You know what I'm saying? That's your mama, and she gave you that, you know, that forever love. And nigga, not to try to fast forward, but to fast forward over to how you remember her when you were younger, and nigga, you probably never see that day coming when even put that shit on your mind. Like, I know I did. Like, I had that shit on my mind. Like, nigga, like, man, my mom gonna live forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think men and daughters too, like they mama. Your mama handicap you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she gonna make you strong. She ain't gonna do everything, but for the most part, she will do everything like that. Fix your breakfast in the morning. You know, fucking put your clothes out for school. All that type of shit. But it got into a point in my early 10 years, my mama like was hitting me with some real shit, but she always spoke real shit. But it was like, this shit she was saying, starting to say was kind of scary, but it was like, it was real. And I knew that shit was real because I know everybody put on this earth, but anybody could die any minute. Or if they live for a long time, at the end of the day, you still gonna die. You know, everybody will leave.
Right.
So to say that is, like, my mama hit me with some shit like, well, you gotta learn how to do it, cause what you gonna do when I'm not here? You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, she passed away, or you know what I'm saying? So she say shit like that. She should, you gotta learn how to do it like that. I ain't gonna always be here to pick up your clothes and do that. Some things, and she said just like this, some things you gotta learn for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So she basically said something in the word, don't be lazy, you know what I'm saying? Or if you be lazy, sometimes you're gonna have to pick up your shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn around the house, or do this for yourself, learn how to make this, learn how to do stuff basically like that for yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I don't remember nothing else about my mama, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of memories. That's the good thing about it. I was a baby boy, so you know what I'm saying? I took that shit to heart when she said, I ain't gonna always be here. And I'm like, ain't gonna always be here. I'm like, shit, I'm thinking like, don't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't think of that shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Cause I can't think like that, like without having like that. But I'm like, I just brushed it off and I just got back to like, you know, regular whatever you doing around that age type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that shit always stuck with me when she said shit like that. But another thing I wanna say too is that shit made me strong. But it kind of made me, like I told y'all, I was a mama's boy. So that shit kind of made me disconnect from my mama. And not in a bad way, it was in a good way. But I feel like it made me disconnect from my mama. And I say it that way because I tried to figure this shit out on my own. Right after she was saying shit like that to me, I tried to figure out shit out on my own. And try to prepare at an early age for this time she telling me about, you know what I'm saying?
You can never prepare for this shit though.
Exactly. Yeah. But I really thought I was in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be real, this whole time, like, you know what I'm saying, before you know me and then when you came to know me, like, I was standing out here, you know what I'm saying, you know, out here in Texas and shit like that. Man, like, I was living the lifestyle, living like how I was living shit compared to how I live in Louisiana. There's more shit to do out here, you know what I'm saying? You know, but as far as that, like, I love where I'm from, but my thing was this, like, I remember what my mom always said, so, man, I feel like I had to get out here and get it, you know what I'm saying, like that. I ain't know what it was, I ain't had no plan. I try to figure this shit out, like, young, like, you know what I'm saying, but when I'm trying to figure it out, I always put this in the back of my head, and it's a fire shit, but I did it. I was like, man, like, if my dad or someone to go back home to visit, like to Louisiana, man, I never wanted to. Not because I didn't want to. I feel like what I got to go back to show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can go back just on some regular shit. That's cool. But you want people to see you doing good. You want to see, you know what I'm saying, people like see prosper. Like, but I never thought so highly of this shit. I just feel like, nah, I ain't got to where I need to get to even go back. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you know what, bro? That idea, what you saying, like you didn't have nothing to show for when you go back.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people got that's an issue, bro.
Yeah.
Because when you trying to be successful, you supposed to be doing that for you.
Right. And, oh no, I'm doing it for me, but go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. But even if, say, like, if you didn't reach success, but you got a little money to show to show that you actually elevating, a motherfucker would rather show that than actually, before they even get successful, they just want to show something. but that's actually like a disease.
Yeah.
Cause when you can show something and then people feel like you something that you really not, that's more, that shit will send you into depression.
For real.
Cause you'll put more pressure on yourself. Like,
Right.
damn, like,
and that happened with me, but I get exactly what you're saying though.
I don't got shit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, since you said that, like my mama never raised me up on no material line. Like I done brought this shit to her doorstep, meaning like I done brought it to her attention, like, mama, my such and such friend over here got these J's, or my such and such friend over here got these, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he did this on his birthday, it went all that. Dang, like, can I have one when my birthday come? I was so much like smart too, where like she turned me down this time, right? I waited another time, but I waited patiently, you know what I'm saying? Waited patiently. Oh, I still ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Wait again, patiently. Then it got to me. I started saying this shit was a routine. Like, I asked, I could do good. You know what I'm saying? Like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It never changed. That's when I probably found out, like, man, we ain't got it like that. Like, money-wise, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? We probably low-key poor, you know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say we were poor, right? You know what I'm saying? But to me as a kid, the simpler thing mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't know we poor or not, cause it could be people next door living like us. But I just looked at it like damn, like I ain't gonna never get this shit. Like we ain't got it like that. My mom can't buy me this or buy me that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know. And so I never held that on her head, but I was just like, damn, you know.
Damn, bro.
Like I was saying, back to what I was saying, like about, I had got to a point to where, like, when I moved out here to Texas, like, I groomed myself to, like, try to figure this shit out like that.
Yeah.
I stopped totally depending on mama like that, you know what I'm saying? This before I moved to Texas, but I'm gonna just say when I moved here, I stopped totally depending on mama, like, you know what I'm saying?
When you moved to Texas, you moved with your daddy, right?
I moved with my daddy, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't come at him hard like that, you know what I'm saying? But he gave it to a nigga without me asking, but it wasn't a lot, but that shit I look like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? You know, but it wasn't no pat on the back I gave him, like, oh, nigga, you doing, because he really didn't do nothing big, but, you know, he did what I feel like he should have did like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, so, like I say, man, I just fucked around and just, like, we're trying to figure this shit out, man. So I would like live my life. Like it was like I was telling you, I didn't want to go back home, not because of what people say. Like I didn't want to go back home on some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't made it to myself. Like to go back. I feel like why would I go back home and go visit? Which is nothing wrong with it, but why would I go back and visit? Like I got something to go visit for. Like nigga, I need to be still trying to get some money or some shit. This ain't no celebration. You know what I'm saying?
But see, it's deeper than that because you know how we were saying like you don't appreciate some people you know you're not directly not appreciating the shit. But sometimes you can take somebody for granted until they die.
Exactly.
So like going back to visit is going to show love to your people and see your people. You don't gotta bring shit. Bring yourself.
Exactly. You know
that's worth more than money.
Yeah.
Like people want to know that you still care. That's just like randomly calling somebody, even if you don't go visit. Calling somebody like I'm just calling to check on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I'm glad you brought that shit up. I'm glad you brought it up about the phone call. That was another thing about bad habit. But I told all my homeboys back home like that. You know what I'm saying? And even if I didn't stay in Texas no more and I did move back to Louisiana, I tell my Texas niggas the same thing. Like, hey, wherever I'm staying at, like if I stay in Texas right now, nigga, you ain't gonna be hearing from me too much like calling back home to Louisiana. Not because I'm on fun shit, I just can't do it sounds funny, but the long distance thing, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I know it's so simple picking up the phone, but I look at it like, damn, like I can't call you and say, well nigga, let's go to fuck, I'm just gonna name up something. Let's go to DG's tomorrow. I can't, cause I know you down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have this close connection to somebody like physical, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I say that to you, because you right here beside me, we can go really do that shit.
Yeah.
Because you here.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to be, like, having no good conversation with my nigga back home, and it's like, I can't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they might be asking me, because they do that shit. When you coming back home, or when you coming down here, so we can, you know what I'm saying, kick it like that shit.
But you can still have a conversation, but it's just a different conversation that you can have with somebody.
But you know what made me get to that point?
Check on somebody.
Exactly. But you know what made me get to the point, you know what I'm saying, of like, you know what I'm saying, like, every time I would talk to him when I was calling him on a regular, that would be the main thing come up. When you coming down here, and I knew I ain't have plans to come down no time soon.
Yeah.
I could, but I needed something good to be going on with me. Not for them, but I needed to feel good about myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess too, because every time I used to go back home like that, people always say, so what you doing now? You know, you got the older people. So what you doing now?
And you want to have something to say.
Something to say. It didn't have to be nothing big, but at the same time, you still want something to sound good. Sound like
I'm working at Chick.
And I say in a big ass city like this, like, oh, if I say I'm working at McDonald's, nigga, you left here to go work at McDonald's, nigga. So that's where I come from with this shit, man. I gotta be doing some big shit, or it ain't got to be no big shit, but you know, I want to be doing something.
You be working at Amazon and stuff.
Yeah. Real talk. Man, so you get what I'm saying.
You can lie and say you got a...
Yeah, and that's another thing. I can lie.
Kind of job at Amazon.
Right. I can lie and say anything that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it, they will believe you. You know what I'm saying?
But look.
But I would never do no shit like that.
What the fuck they doing? So you can't feel no...
That's true too. You know what I'm saying? But some of these niggas got good jobs, you know what I'm saying?
As long as you not saying, I'm just maintaining.
Right. And then the worst thing you don't want to say if you ain't got no job at all, nigga. So what you doing? You say, oh, well, I ain't working right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They like, well, shit. But I ain't gonna lie, they used to give, I'm gonna say a pass, but I'm just saying the word pass, but I feel like, because you stay in Texas, nigga, they feel like you doing good. So if I did came down there and say, oh, I ain't working right now, but I'm looking, they look at like, well, shoot, you'll get it. They feel like, nigga, you out there somewhere where you'll get it. Yeah. But being down there, if I would have said that shit, like staying down there and say, oh, shoot, I know what's called, these motherfucking volunteer. I know what's called, I think you should go down to what's called and ask for, shoot, I think they got a spot open down there. They trying to get you on, but they know damn well you wouldn't even like this job, but it don't matter about what you like, nigga. You need some money and some income. You know what I'm saying? And the worst thing in life, I think, a nigga should feel to get put on something that they hate to love. If it's anything you want to do in your life, nigga, do something you love. And I preach that shit.
Cause the money will come, bro.
It comes. You know what I'm saying? Do something you love. You can work for somebody if it's something you love. Like, you know what I'm saying? That they do, like you say, Amazon. Some niggas might like Amazon. It might be the pay or whatever, or they might do good business. You know what I'm saying? But if you work for something that you don't like, nigga, you gonna be miserable.
That's a fact.
Especially if that money only take care of the bills and you ain't got no extra money to play with. Oh man, you really helping them fulfill their dream. You keeping them rich. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, helping the rich get rich. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not only you doing it. It's everybody that work at this company helping them to stay up there.
People need to work.
Exactly.
So,
you know, some people gotta work.
Everybody not an entrepreneur, but everybody think they're an entrepreneur. It's just that people just don't want to fucking work.
Exactly.
That's why they use that.
They use that shit. Hell yeah.
No, you're not.
Hell yeah.
You just want followers just so people can look at your page and think you popular. You're not selling shit.
I ain't selling shit.
But you don't want a fucking job.
What's that other shit they say?
You don't want a job, but you excited for a stimulus shit. Bitch, you need to be working. You can get that.
And I feel like they really tell on people that say they got money. If you happy about that, if you happy about that stimulus, right.
I don't even think I could ever retire, like, to not do shit. I can't not do shit.
Do something.
I gotta be doing something.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand how somebody could not want to do shit. Like, even if
work out or something.
People don't want to fucking work. Why you don't want to fucking work? You need a system to get your ass up.
Right.
Like,
and that's what really life is
I
about.
like to feel accomplished. If I ain't did shit all day, I don't feel accomplished. But I'll be like, damn, like I'm a waste of fucking person.
Right. Somebody out there moving, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when you say that now, it making me think, not to even call them type of people out, like bums. That's how I don't see like how niggas can let themselves be labeled that shit. Cause all you gotta do is get up and do something, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could probably look at bum with different things. You just look at a person that ain't got nowhere to stay.
You never know what they going through.
You know what I'm saying? And that's true too. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I feel like,
just imagine.
I guess what I'm saying is every time, every bum I know is saying like, yeah, you got some bums though. You see them hustling, but some people want to fuck with this shit.
Bro,
what they doing?
We just talked about it earlier. You in Houston literally by yourself.
By myself.
So if you wasn't where you stand, where would you be?
On the street. Real talk.
You never know nobody's story.
But look, what if I'm on the streets and I got a job though? That's rare to find. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they
nigga
got a job
you know
too.
what I'm saying?
But you just see them. They probably just got a job and they ain't got paid yet. So you niggas out there with a sign, I respect that a nigga out there with a sign hustling. Even if they don't never get their life together.
I put add some humor on this shit.
Bro. I love this shit.
I put add some humor on this shit. Now what you just said about that sign shit. Nigga, out there in Houston, these niggas will write anything on the fucking sign. And really be wanting to get some money.
What they say?
I seen one nigga from the sign, let me think, I don't want to lie on the nigga. I seen the nigga, this shit was so fucking funny. This nigga said, I want to say the nigga said, hey, all I need is 25 cents. Like that, you know what I'm saying? I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's a good strategy as a hustler. But I like, wow. But this other one that I saw though, man, it was outrageous. Like, I can't believe this nigga did it and really want niggas to give him some money. You know what I'm saying? This nigga said, oh, what this nigga say? Damn, that shit just hit my head. That nigga said some shit like, oh, I don't want to do nothing or something like that. Shit. I just need some money. I just need some goddamn food or something like that. Something like the nigga said. I said, nigga, you in the hustling and he really out there in this hot and shit. I said, nigga, nah, you really can't want no money with that sign you holding up. But niggas like will put up anything.
Nigga with some shit like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm finna get some drugs and alcohol with that money.
See?
But you gotta respect the honesty. You gotta get that nigga that money, bro.
Hell no. I respect your honesty, but you just respect my gangster. You ain't finna go fuck out my money. I can do that.
But that's just like somebody borrowing money from you. Do you care what they gonna spend it on? Or you just care if you get your money back?
But you just said borrow from. I hope this nigga got a job if he gonna borrow it. Or you might as well just let him have it.
You just let him have it.
Well, that's the difference.
And niggas need help. I don't have. But
man, you ever ran into these bum niggas? Like, I hate to use the word bum, but hey, I don't know what none of us call him. Homeless man, and he had like this little piece of money you can't give him like that he asked for it for to change his life. You ever ran into a nigga like that?
He act like he's gonna change his life.
All I need is like 3 more cents, and I'm good.
It is gonna change his life. Cause in the next 5 minutes, he gonna be feeling way better than you feeling.
Oh, when you put it like that, hell yeah, that nigga finna get an extra shot.
Yeah.
Extra vaccine.
That's why it's like that.
Extra vaccine.
And then he's gonna go back and do it again. Go back on the street and get that sign and get some more money.
And that's true. Them niggas do it again.
They chasing that high, man. That they never gonna feel again.
Right.
Because it's nothing like the first time.
Nothing.
Just like sex.
These niggas have to go up to another level of drugs to try to even get that how they was. You know what I'm saying? Because they never, like you said, they never get that shit again. And that would get motherfuckers start being on heroin on that shit like that. Like, they have to up their level high because that same how they got before, how it make feel, they ain't getting no more. Or it ain't lasting, you know what I'm saying? Because they mind fried, they maintain it. They straight, strong crackheads.
Yeah.
they need to get on something else now.
So how do you view crackheads? Do you view like they just wasting?
I don't know if you seen my fucking post. I think it's a good and a bad with crackheads, but I don't judge. But I don't neglect them either. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, I don't down them. We all know this what they choose to do, drugs. But like when it comes to the money shit, what we just talking about. Now, I'm not just finna give it to them. Like, I give them some money, but they can't tell me what the fuck they want. That's another thing.
That was a joke. I really give somebody advice.
That's something they can stick with. Like, hopefully they use it, but, you know, like I said, I don't judge them, though.
If they don't, it's not my problem.
Right.
At least I know I gave it to them.
But some of them get mad.
But
like,
giving them money,
you gave me a speech and I had to listen to it, and you ain't give me $1. You ain't leave me $1 or nothing.
You gotta let a nigga. But people gotta work for shit. Like you go work for your money just to give it to them.
And that's what they have to understand. Like if somebody give you some money, that is good. But respect the fact that they had to work when you sit here the whole day and they handed it to you.
Yeah, you can go work like me.
Yeah.
Real time.
But back to what I was just finna say about that shit though. What the fuck I was finna say? Damn, what the fuck I was finna say? Shit. Damn, know something about them, man. What's that question you asked me?
The crackhead?
Crackhead. I posted some reason. I don't know if you seen it like that. It was funny, but I meant that shit. I said, I don't fuck with people cause of they likeness, but it didn't say likeness, but I'm gonna use likeness. I don't fuck with people because they popularity like that. Shit, I fuck with crackheads too.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a joke. But I fuck with crack. I fuck crackheads too.
Be knowing everything.
Yeah, and them niggas hilarious. Them niggas got character and shit like that. That's why I started saying a while ago, like, I can fuck with the crackheads on levels like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's certain levels, like if they try to tell me, hey man, you should try this with me, man, you'll be high, like try it one time. That's when you lost as a crackhead. Don't you try to persuade me.
Nigga,
you know what I'm saying?
That's when you lost yourself and you tried.
Right. But that's when I don't even want to be around them when they start talking like that, because it's like, no.
You afraid you might hit it?
Huh?
You afraid you might try it?
Hell no. It's just niggas don't even approach me like that. That's what you like to do. Don't try to get me on your team. Then we both run around here working selling shit. You got me selling my shit now because you been a crackhead. Man. You ain't got nothing else to sell. Shit.
Nah, really.
Had me out here and shit.
That shit spooky, but I be wanting to know people's story though.
Yeah. Mark Cuban did that shit for what's his name, Deontay?
Delonte
Wiz. Yeah. So that nigga get straight shout out for me with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause that nigga could've act like he ain't see that shit, don't act on like most big head ass celebrities do. But like you said though, shit, that nigga was right here, you know what I'm saying, in Texas.
But I be wondering like, what people family be?
I know, cause I know when this nigga was up, I know, but sometimes you gotta think though. You think when he was up, he was showing love to his family, or he was all for him and his girlfriend or wife or whoever he had at the time. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or he didn't show them no love, so that's why he ended up on the streets. Cause there's no way this man should end up on the street. Like being homeless.
I don't know. Did his girl leave?
I don't know. But obviously, if you homeless, she had to leave. Shit.
Nah, I'm talking about that made him go. Like, but I think he got a mental issue.
Then he did, yeah. He got mental, and I think the nigga did drugs too. But I think because of the mentalness of the homeless, yeah.
After something happened to him, whatever happened to him.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of niggas do that when they girl leave them or something like niggas.
But it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But shit, sometimes like they say, you don't know people pockets is too. We like, cause nigga been on TV and he play NBA, nigga, that shit ain't always true. Like, you know, that niggas got money, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, he made some millions, bro.
Oh yeah, he did, but when you see a nigga like how he is today, even though he ain't living like that now, but it had to make you think what the nigga doing. So that mean he fucked it off somewhere. Or like them niggas Master Peace be talking about, niggas got them fucking financial advisors, and they spending up their money. That's what I think be happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you tell them to pay your bills, but at the same time, how you know these people ain't stealing from you? You know what I'm saying? And and why you gotta, like he said too, like P say, why the fuck you got a financial advisor? Like, why you need him? He only there just to spend your money. You can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Real time.
Yeah. So it's like, man, like,
it's common sense, bro.
It's common sense. Yeah, they get what they get, a 10, 15%, something, 20% for working for you, a financial advisor. Then you send them on mission to pay your bills or whatever you need done. Like, nigga, your money keep going out because fucking with this nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And also what I heard what they do is they do shit what they think best in your interest. Meaning like, okay, I'm just gonna use an example. If you need a fucking blind or something like that, they might buy a high-tech ass blind, but what's wrong with this basic ass blind? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a celebrity. Yeah, you trying to look out for me, make me, you know, not seem cheap. But nigga, it's just a fucking blind. If they think I'm broke because I'm cheap, because I want a regular ass blind instead of this glamorous 20,000, 200, 2,500,000 fucking.
Just like Ocho Cinco, he bought fucking fake ass earrings.
I heard about that shit.
Y'all know.
I think he did some smart shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see the shit, you don't know.
But you know he got money. So it don't matter if you know it's fake or not.
Exactly.
You know he got money.
Exactly.
So it doesn't
That's
matter.
smart. That nigga thought, that's what you call thinking for yourself. That's what you call thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. So, man, I was talking to you too, like, about, like, how you feel, like, what you think about people now coming to, like, colleges, like I was telling you about Deion Sanders and shit.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Black colleges, HBCUs
I
and shit.
love that, bro. That's hard.
Yeah, and I like that they getting recognition. Like, everybody, of course, everybody know HBCUs out there, but they don't get that shine like other colleges. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that look. You know what I'm saying?
That's because it's not marketed.
Exactly.
And we don't embrace it like we should as a black people, as a culture. Mm-hmm. But I think it's getting to where it's supposed to be. Like within all these.
It's gonna take time. But I feel like people woke to stop feeling like you have to go to these big name colleges. I ain't got nothing against the big name college, but I feel like for years and years everybody gave me shot. Or people was diehard fans trying to really feel like they had to like go to these schools to really feel like, you know what I'm saying, like they gonna get a good education. You can get a good education.
But when you're an athlete, like I'ma just say athlete, when you're an athlete, it's harder to get drafted high.
Out there from a smaller school?
Yeah, because they feel like the competition ain't good enough.
But look what they seem like they doing now. They trying to talk to all these players that's just now about to come to college.
Basketball is like you can with basketball because when basketball players go to the tournament, they all play each other. Mm-hmm. But if you go to a smaller football school, then it looks like you ain't played against nobody.
That's true, but I ain't gonna lie. When it come to me, if I some kind of way squeeze myself up out of that school to come to goddamn NBA or NFL or whatever, and like you said, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I don't give a fuck because they feel like I ain't played against nobody.
But
like,
you got a chance.
But if I make it, bitch,
I know. But you got a chance of getting injured and
but that's everybody.
I know, but so you want to put yourself in the best position to get the most money in case you get injured. Okay. So people like us, bro, we gotta think about money when we going in them situations because we trying to change our family life. Right. We don't grow up with money. So we gotta put ourselves in the best position. And
I feel like we got the best people to look at, like learn from other people. Everything ain't always gotta be because, oh, you a rapper or, you know. I feel like people will take Master P rap scheme, which it ain't no scheme, but I'm just saying, take his shit, what he did with the rap music. They threw him a check, right? That nigga said, no, if you offer me this thing, I feel like I get more than that. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I think more players like need to think like that. You know what I'm saying? For what you just said, if you really trying to have money for your family for years to come and shit, you know what I'm saying? Or if they can't come with that bread, they need to automatic guarantee me I'm gonna get some goddamn sponsors, you know what I'm saying, like that, you know.
Shit, they can't guarantee that. You gotta be good enough for sponsors to come up.
That's true too, but shit, they better they know how to work with each other, like the shit, make something happen to get what you want.
Yeah.
But what I'm just saying is don't satisfy for anything. Don't take the first offer. Don't take the first offer and don't be trying to be too greedy too, cause motherfuckers fuck over and try to be too greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think, okay, you coming to NBA today, yeah, you was hot as fucking college, but you ain't played today in NBA yet, and you think you should be deserved LeBron James money.
Right. Hey man, it's a lot of people.
It's a difference to that shit. Yeah. It's a difference to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like shit, man, like be smart, shit, know your worth and go for yours, man.
I ain't gonna lie, if I could do it over, I probably would went to a black college.
Black college, yeah. Cause there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like that's the only thing you missing. You know, I think it's two things. Like you say, you don't get the look as a big college, and two, you don't. The other look I call is you don't get like how big school be on TV.
Yeah.
You might not be on TV.
But I feel like, see, like where we come from, you know, like if you don't, like we mostly think of we gonna play sports.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna it's gonna be sports, streets, or rap.
Right, those are three things.
So if neither of
none of that works.
The only three fucking options. It can't be.
Oh hell no!
So if you go to
just people feel like if you do one of those three, like you looked at something.
No, but that's how we got to look forward to when we come from where we come from.
Right.
Until you move somewhere like the city, like here, and you understand, like, damn, I could do more with my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
for real.
But when you just stuck in that environment, like just stuck in the hood, like it's only three things.
Right.
So if you go to a black college, you probably figure out that, damn, like I don't really love football or basketball as much as I thought. Like you start learning about who you are as a person, like who you are as a black man,
right?
And you probably want to make a difference in a different way. Just like we talking about the homeless man, like you might want to become a social worker and be like, man, let me go help these homeless people. Let me start a business. Cause I always thought this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to start a business to where they probably got this type of shit, but it's not enough for these shits. But like where I have homeless people, I have rooms for them. Like they come stay here, and they obligated to go to this class though. If they're gonna stay here, they obligated to go to this class.
And what kind of class is it? Like a teacher?
We teaching them about life.
Being responsible.
Being responsible. We teaching them, and we link them into what's them shits? Temp Services. Temp Service, yeah. We'll be linked to Temp Services
and
when they get a job,
smart, yeah.
And then they pay a certain amount, like for their room, like just teaching them. But when they get on their own, they gotta pay bills.
But you just said something. I thought about this shit one time, not acting on it, but just sometimes I be wondering why certain shit like it is. Like we talking about the bomb, and you just made me think about it. That's one of the things about the bomb I don't understand. Temp Services job. All you gotta do is walk into this motherfucker, whatever they got available, but you just gotta go do the shit.
Everybody don't know that.
You think bums don't know that?
But all of them don't.
Somebody
look. What if they don't got an ID? What if they don't got Social Security?
That's true
what if
too.
They don't got birth certificate?
That's true too. And that make more sense to me why they never went to a temp. But I feel like if you say that to somebody.
What?
Like, a bum nigga come to you and be like, hey sir, like, yeah, I am on the streets, man. All I need is my ID, man. I want to change my life over. I wanna go to this temp service, with, you know, cause I gotta start somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? Would you give $25 so he can get his ID and trust that he'll do that?
Hell nah, I'll take his ass there.
That's
well, it's hard during COVID though.
That's smart.
It's hard.
Well, nah, fuck the COVID shit. Just like
I'm not putting a nigga in my car with COVID.
I know, but I'm just saying if COVID wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
If it wasn't COVID, I'd take them there.
Yeah.
I'd take them there and help them.
Yeah. And that sound good. That sound good.
I was planning on doing that before COVID.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick random homeless niggas. Go take them to get their fucking haircut.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shit.
Do you wanna stay in this hotel, or do you want the $50?
You making them niggas think. Look, this nigga sound about the $50.
Yeah, and then I was gonna hire them motherfuckers like to help me with the promotion. I'm gonna give them a job.
So who you gonna help? The nigga that say he want the $50?
The homeless people, huh?
You gonna help the one that say he want the $50?
But they gotta help me though. I'm gonna go get their haircut. I'm gonna go get their haircut, put them in the shower, like a place to stay.
Yeah.
No.
But you said you gonna take this hotel or the $50?
But I thought that at first, but then I was like, nah, fuck the $50. I'm going to give them a place to. I'm gonna go.
Cause if they take the $50, you know they ain't trying to do right.
I'm gonna go get them a motel.
And food, if they choose the hotel option,
but and if you want this again, you gotta come work for me.
Exactly.
And help them build.
You know what I'm
and I be talking to them, and I be putting them on game every day.
Exactly.
On life skills.
And you know, I don't know many talk about this before, but I feel like we have, like, okay, how we got the shirts going, shit like that. I feel like they be broadcasting on I would work for food. They sign. I feel like nigga, if these niggas had $1 shirts in their hands since they out on the streets anyway, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, they can make money just being out there, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get this, you gonna get food, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like, I feel like they the best, like, street promoter, street team.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cause you already out there.
But with them spending the time.
And I feel like the price so cheap where you can have multiples. Like
I know, but I'm saying, but it's deeper than that though. Like they can help with that, but I'm saying the benefit of it is you showing them that they more
than just what exactly.
And you can do better. You showing them you can do better instead of saying, man, you can do better than this shit.
And if you do this good connection, nigga, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Say, okay, you did what I wanted you to do, but I'm showing you love. I'm giving you money, you know, I'm feeding you. Nigga, how about let's flip the game? How about I make you a shirt? I once was a boom, and shit, I overcome it. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I done started your own brand where you can, bro, and all that money go to you. If you get out there and sell it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I feel like niggas should respect it because it's like, nigga, I got my own shirt, you know what I'm saying, for one, and nigga, you got a story behind it. I once was a bum and I overcome it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they should feel more willing to give for that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he trying.
You change your slogan into, I'm no longer begging, I got hats, I got shirts, I got leggings.
Oh, hell yeah. If you ain't been fuck with this nigga Shano, nigga, shirts, nigga, you need to get you one if this what you doing and you living by. Nigga, this is the movement. And nigga, if you ain't got no trap forecast, nigga, you know what I'm saying, nigga, it ain't nothing negative. All it is, nigga, trap forecast, nigga. If you got a wall, you got something in your way, nigga, you feel like, nigga, you can't, you know what I'm saying, jump over that motherfucker, get to the next level, nigga. Bust that bitch down, nigga, and go get what's yours, nigga. Yeah, go through that bitch.
Go through that motherfucker.
And nigga, I got a new logo coming, but nigga, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dope. But I just want to say shout out to my nigga Shano, man. And like he said, if you want to be on the podcast, hit that nigga up, man.
I do this shit for the kids with no hope. Who mother prostituting pussy or she smoke dope. Excuse my expression, but don't shoot the messenger, address the oppressor. I am not the one abusing and treat us lesser. Or see a black man and think about applying pressure. No, yes sir. No sir. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What I do is my business. Don't look at my cup. Don't look at my cup. Don't look at my cup. You and me, why I hate? They just wanna be us.